First pitch is going to be hit into left field, deep left field, and that's going to be a base hit for Abby Fry, or a double for Abby Fry, the leadoff. So that gets the Bulldogs on base. First pitch now going to be a strike. So that to Vanderwall. Removed one of the cables in my lineup here, and it seems to be working now for audio, so hopefully we've got that corrected. Next pitch is fouled off by Vanderwall. 0-2 count. No outs, runner on second for the Bulldogs. Give you your defense for the Lumberjacks here in just a second. Another foul ball by Vanderwall. Alyssa Watkins pitching for the Jacks. Brenna Elliott behind home plate. First base is Asbury. Second base is Stoke. Third base is Sloper. Shortstop is Addison Stewart. Another foul tip to Vanderwall. Kendra Nicholson in left. Center field is Maddie Thomas. Lexi Brebner in right field for the Lumberjacks. Vanderwall batting. See if I can find Vanderwall's stats real quick. That pitch is going to be high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Vanderwall. Vanderwall batting .352 on the year. She is a sophomore. On deck is Madeline Green. She's going to take a swing at that one. It's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be to the shortstop, Stewart. The throw is a little bit low, and not being able to pull it in is Asbury. So an error on the Lumberjacks. Tried to one-hop that to Asbury. Couldn't get it fielded cleanly at first base, so runners at the corners. Go-ahead runner is sitting at third base. There's a high pitch to Madeline Green for ball 1. Madeline Green, junior, batting .451 on the year for the Bulldogs. Sun coming out. That pitch is low. Going to be a little bit of a wild pitch / passed ball that advances Vanderwall to second base. So runners at first and at second and third. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. 2 balls, no strikes to Madeline Green. Alyssa Watkins rocks and fires. That's going to be a line drive into center field. It'll be a base hit that's going to bring in 2 runs, possibly. They're going to get the out at home. Nice throw and relay from Maddie Thomas to Addison Stewart to home. Gets the out. Oh, a nice relay for 8-6-2 for the out at home to only give 1 run up to the Bulldogs. And that pitch is low for ball 1 to Maddie Thacker. Wild pitch gets the runner to third. Maddie Thacker, a senior. .474 her batting average on the year. Another low pitch for ball 2. Average on the year. Another low pitch for ball 2. Next pitch is going to be hit down the third base line. I think Danica might have thought it was going to be a foul ball, but she, I think, touched it before it got to the bag, and then it goes out of play, so it's a fair ball. And I think I'm going to have to give that as an error to the third baseman Sloper on that one. So the run does come in. It gives the Bulldogs the lead, and a runner on first with Thacker over at the bag. First pitch to... Oh, nope, I didn't. do that correctly. The next pitch is low to Barger. Gets Thacker over to second. Swing and a miss to Barger. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think I've missed 1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike to Barger. I have only 1 out for the Bulldogs. High pitch there from Watkins is ball 3. Three-one count to Barger. Next pitch is a foul ball down the third base line. 3-2 the count now. So 3-2 count to Barger. On deck is Audrey Anderson for the Bulldogs. Alyssa, the pitch. Or I should say Lissa with the pitch. That one was inside, ball 4. And the Lumberjacks try to throw it out to second. Thacker gets over to third. And the runner takes off for second. St. Mary's tries to throw it there, and instead they let Thacker advance across the plate. So 2-3 runs across for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first. Lumberjacks not focusing very well right now defensively. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Audrey Anderson. Audrey, a senior, batting .483 on the year for the Bulldogs. Lissa, the next pitch, gets the called strike 2. 0-2 count now to Anderson. That pitch is going to be fouled off. Count remains 0-2 to Anderson. Runner at second base for the Bulldogs, that is Barger. And again, a little bit of sloppiness from the Lumberjacks here early. That throw out to Lissa comes off her glove, rolls over to the first baseman. So St. Mary's needs to buckle down a little bit here and focus a little bit better. 0-2 pitch. That one's up high. Anderson thought about swinging at it as that might have looked, I don't know if it was a rise ball from Watkins or not, but 1 ball, 2 strikes, pitch on the way. That one looks like she tries that off-speed change-up style of a pitch, and that one comes up short for ball 2. 2-2 count now to Anderson. Next pitch, going to be fouled off. So the count is still 2-2 to Anderson with Sienna Wagner on deck for the Bulldogs. That's going to be hit into center field, or actually into right field. Coming over and knocking it down is Brebner. The runner is going to advance from second to home, and it'll be an RBI single for Anderson. So still 1 out. 4 runs across for the Bulldogs, bottom of the first inning. Brings Audrey Anderson Sienna Wagner to the plate for the Bulldogs. Sienna is a junior, batting .522. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Nobody on the Bulldogs team is batting under 286. Well, 262. Everybody else is above that. Wind picking up again here. Blowing in on, sitting here in my tent. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball down that third base line, foul. 0-2 count to Wagner. Bulldogs once again have 4 runs across in the bottom of the first inning. 4-1 the score. Lumberjacks trail. 1 out for the Bulldogs. Lissa, the pitch. Kind of bowling ball that one in there for ball 1. Audrey Anderson advances over to second. Kind of a wild pitch there, but more of a stolen base, I think. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wagner. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. So that'll get Wagner back to the dugout. Brings up Peyton Brown for the Bulldogs. First pitch is ball 1.
Go, Kinsley. Give me a hit, kids.
Actually, they say that that's Kinsley Adams. She is hit by pitch and will be on base. That brings up McKenna York. Get a courtesy runner for the Bulldogs. I don't have a jersey numbers. They're wearing their hoodies and stuff because it's cold out. So brings up the lefty McKenna York with 2 outs. Ball 1 to York. On deck, it'll be the top of the lineup, Abby Fry. Lissa rocks and fires. That pitch is fouled up for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to York. One count to York. Lissa rocks and fires. That pitch down low. 2 balls and a strike now to York. We are in the bottom of the first. 4 runs across for the Bulldogs. 4-1 they lead. That is a ball hit out into left field. It'll get foul for strike 2. 2-2 count to York. And get that long strike back into the pitching circle. Lissa looks in, gets her signals from Elliott. She rocks and fires. Ooh, that ball just misses, maybe a little bit low. Might have even been a tad outside. 3-2 the count now to York. Three-two pitch on the way. Line drive right to Stoke. Stoke with the throw to first in time for the ground out. It wasn't really a line drive. It was a ground ball. And the throw in time to retire the sides. The Bulldogs, though, take the lead. 4 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 Lumberjack errors, and there were 2 left on base for the Bulldogs. St. Mary's going into the top of the second, trail 4-1, and it will be the bottom third of the lineup with Lexi Brebner stepping to the plate when we return.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds is a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
And we are back. Leading off for the Lumberjacks is Lexi Brebner. Lexi batting .429 on the season as a senior. First pitch is going to get a piece of it and foul it off for strike number 1. Oops. One pitch, going to take a wave at the next one for strike 2. 0-2 count to Brebner. Mia Asbury will be on deck. Danica Sloper in the hole for the Lumberjacks. The 7, 8, 9 part of the lineup. Ooh, big swing and maybe a little bit of a rise ball there. Got her to go on it. Strike 3. Brebner will go down swinging. One down will bring up Mia Asbury for the Lumberjacks. Mia batting .156 on the season. She is a junior. First pitch from Thacker. Low and inside for ball 1. .01 count or 1-0 count to Asbury. Next pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike 1, nice pitch. Definitely didn't want to lay off on swinging at that one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mia. A 1-1 count. Thacker, the pitch. That one's up high. 2-1 count now to Asbury. 2-1 count to Mia. On deck is Danica Sloper. Next pitch. That one was down low. Ball 3. Maddie Thacker already walked 1 or 2 batters in that first inning. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a foul tip on that one. Runs the count full 3-2 to Mia. So the full count. Thacker looks in, rocks and fires. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. Tough at bat for Mia. Brings up Danica Sloper with 2 outs, nobody on for the Lumberjacks here in the top of the second. St. Mary's trails 4-1 to the Bulldogs. Danica batting .174 on the year. Fouls that first pitch up and over the backstop. Strike 1 to Danica. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That ball started off a little bit low. I think it was a little bit of a rise ball. Rose up around the shoulder, not really in that shoulder area, but still I think it was a little bit out of the strike zone, but Danica couldn't let off of that one. It looked like a good pitch coming into her. And that was a nice looking, probably fastball to get the swing and the miss for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on for the Lumberjacks. And they score 4-1 in favor of Grangeville. And when we come back, it'll be the top of the lineup for the May Bulldogs. Abby Fry stepping to the plate.
Looking for a hard-working, reputable, licensed, and insured construction company in Benoit County? Need a remodel, pole barn, or deck? Whatever your construction needs may be, Colton Construction LLC is waiting for your call. 208-315-7333. Colton Construction LLC, licensed, insured, and ready to give you your free estimate today. Give them a call, 208-315-7333. That's 208-315-7333. Colton Construction LLC. Ask about their military discount.
I love playing sports. Students can't to I can.
This message presented by the IHSAA and
to shortstop. Abby Fry, top of the order for Stewart. Stewart just over 5.8 ERA, I think, on the season. First ball is going to be hit by Abby Fry, and it's going to be a ground ball to Lissa Watkins, and Lissa throws that ball offline, and there's going to be an error on the Lumberjacks there on that throwing error. Next pitch is going to be swung on and hit, fouled off for strike one to Vanderwall. Vanderwall reached on error in her first at bat. Lumberjacks struggling a little bit on the defensive side of things. 3 errors in this first 2 innings. Again, fouled off on that next pitch. No, actually, that thing looked like it might have landed in fair territory. Emily Stoke comes over to make the catch on the fly ball, as that was barely behind first base. So 1 out with a runner on first for the Bulldogs. Brings up Madeline Green. Madeline had a double into right center, and that one's going to be poked into left field. And making the catch is Nicholson for out number 2. So 2 down now. Brings up Thacker. Thacker reached on an error in her first at bat. That first pitch is going to be a called strike 1. Next one is going to be a ground ball right to Addison Stewart. The ground out throw from Stewart to Asbury will retire the side. So 1 error and no runs, no hits. Nobody left. 1 left on base for the Bulldogs. So a fairly good defensive game in the second inning for the Lumberjacks, aside from the 1 error. Into the top of the third, St. Mary's trails 4-1, and the Bulldogs will be pitching, obviously. Madison Thomas will be stepping to the plate, top of the order, when we return.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
And we're back. Maddie Thomas takes a swing at that first pitch for strike 1. Maddie walked in her first at bat. On deck is Kendra Nicholson. In the hole is Addison Stewart. Rocks and fires. Called strike on that next pitch. 0-2 count to Thomas. 0-2 pitch. Nope, Thacker waves off that first signal from her catcher. Next pitch inside. Ball 1. Kinsley Adams, the catcher for the Bulldogs, given the signals. She gets the signal from her coach. Has a wristband, gets that signal out to her pitcher. The pitcher checks her wristband as well. Thacker sets up on the rubber. Rocks and fires. Inside, maybe a little bit low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Thomas. Evens up that count. Thacker again looks in. Thacker rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll put Maddie Thomas back to the dugout, which they don't really have a dugout, so to speak, honestly. They've got a bench behind the fence over there, but there's no covering on it. Brings up Kendra Nicholson. Nicholson had that single right to the pitcher. Probably was actually an error. The pitcher kind of booted it. And we're going to get a strike on the first pitch. I mean, it was a ground ball that came off the pitcher and bounced towards the third baseline. 0-1 count to Nicholson. Swings on that next one. Going to pop that up foul. 0-2 the count to Nicholson. On deck is Stewart. In the hole is Turner for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks actually played very well in Kellogg last week. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Nicholson. Thacker heating up out there in the pitching circle. Brings up Addie Stewart. Addie singled her first at bat. 2 outs, nobody on for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's trails 4-1 to the Bulldogs here in district tournament action. Rocks and fires. Addie's going to pop that up. Just got a little piece of it and was not happy with the results of that swing, and it'll be popped up to Thacker at the pitching circle, and that'll retire the sides. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and the score remains 4-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. It'll be in that middle third of the order for the Bulldogs. It'll be Barger, Anderson, and Wagner when we return. When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. And we are back, and now they've switched back to Lissa in the pitching circle. So I didn't know that was something you could do, but Hattie and Lissa kind of working back and forth in the pitching circle. Inside pitch on the first one to Barger is going to be a ball 1 called. Barger walked her first at bat. Next pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes to Barger. Not exactly sure the reasoning for that back and forth in the first 2 innings, but I'll find out. That's going to be hit into left field. Coming over making the catch is Nicholson on the fly out. That'll bring up Anderson. Anderson had a single into left field or right field in her first at bat. Adri Anderson. Pitch to her. A little line drive ball right to Stewart. Addie, the throw to first in time for the out. The ground ball. For some reason I keep saying line drive on those ones. That was a ground ball out to the shortstop, Stewart. Stewart scoops it up and gets it over to Asbury. 2 outs for the Bulldogs. Brings up Wagner. Wagner struck out swinging in her first at bat. Lissa rocks and fires. That's going to be a ground ball hit down the third baseline. And the throw is going to be short. Going to have another error there against St. Mary's as Sloper leaves that one short on the throw to first. And we have a runner on first for the Bulldogs. Brings up Kinsley Adams. Adams was hit by pitch in her first at bat. Lumberjacks have 4 errors through 3 innings. The most costly ones were in that first inning. And there was 2 errors there. That's going to be a line drive into left field. That will It was a low line drive. It got to the edge of the grass, then bounced its way out, scooped and thrown in. We've got bases not loaded. Runners at first and second for the Bulldogs. Again, we have a courtesy runner for the Bulldogs. I don't know who it is because they have their cold weather gear on over the outside. Some of the teams nowadays put their jersey numbers on their cold weather gear. Some of them don't. It's really nice when they do. That first pitch is low and outside to York for ball one. York grounded out in her first at bat for the Bulldogs. Alyssa fires. That pitch misses low and outside again. 2 balls, no strikes to York. York, the lefty. 2-0 pitch on the way. Going to get that off-speed pitch there for a called strike, and I don't know if that was purposely not really seeing that, but Wagner took off for third. St. Mary's had a chance maybe to get her, but they don't throw it down there. That's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, Sloper, and Sloper throws that ball short of the bag. 1 run comes across on the air. That ball, first one is going to be low for ball 1 to Fry. Back to the top of the order for the Bulldogs. Abby Fry reached on an error in her last at bat. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1, I think. That was at the top of this. I don't think the Bulldogs have batted around, have they, in this inning? Seems like Fry did bat already in the top of this inning. Next pitch going to be fouled down the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fry. 2 outs, runners at second and first with a run across for the Bulldogs. They lead 5-1 over St. Mary's here in the bottom of the third. Alyssa Watkins rocks and fires. Ground ball. Going to be scooped up by Addie Stewart. And the throw is going to be a little bit high. I think that error is going to be on Asbury, though, as that came off her glove. And then the bad thing there was that Asbury didn't really hustle over the ball after it came off her glove. And the runner scored from second. Ball 1 to Vanderwall. Wild pitch got Fry over to second base. So again, another inning where St. Mary's not really focusing very well on what they're doing. That ball is fouled off for strike 1. That ball was still live there when it came off of Asbury's glove. Should have gotten to it maybe a little bit quicker, but next pitch misses. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Vanderwall. Next pitch. That one's up high. Good job by Elliott going up and getting that ball. 3-1 count for Vanderwall. Next pitch in the dirt. Ball 4 will load the bases, still with 2 outs. Brings up Madeline Green. Green flew out in her last at bat. Had a double in her first at bat. Bulldogs could really break this open if Green happens to be able to get another double into play. I mean, they've already got a 5-run lead. 6-1 over the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the third. Next pitch. Called strike. First pitch to Green here at this at bat. Strike 1 called. On deck will be Maddie Thacker.
Let's go!
0-1 pitch on the way. That's popped up foul. Is it still going to be in play? No, it will get over the backstop. Foul ball, strike 2. 0-2 count to Madeline Green. Watkins gets her signal from Elliott. Rocks and fires. That pitch is going to be hit over the head of Lexi Brebner out into left field. Right field. One run comes across. Two is coming across. And it'll be a stand-up triple for Madeline Green with a couple of RBIs. A nice poke there by Green. Was that 3 runs across? Oh, yeah, we had bases loaded. That's right. So there was 3 runs across with that hit. 9-1 now in favor of the Bulldogs. First pitch to Thacker is down low, ball 1. Now the Lumberjacks find them down big. Bottom of the third. That pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Thacker. Lissa rocks and fires. Ground ball. Going to be scooped by Stewart. The throw in time. And some more damage done, though, by the Bulldogs as they come up with 5 runs on 2 hits. There was 3 Lumberjack errors, and the Bulldogs left 1 on base. Into the top of the 4th inning, St. Mary's trails 9-1 to Grangeville. Lumberjacks need to get something going here on the offensive side. It'll be Adeline Turner leading off when we return.
If you're looking for a great breakfast in a nice little restaurant, then stop by Nellie's Kitchen in St. Mary's. Nellie's Kitchen is located in the River City Mall and serves breakfast from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Try a nice big hot cinnamon roll, biscuits and gravy, or a fan favorite, the Slumgolian. Did someone say chicken fried steak? Nellie's is now offering a chicken fried steak breakfast special on Saturday and Sunday. Why not try the best breakfast in town at Nellie's Kitchen, located at the River Cities Mall in St. Mary's. Want to deal with the hassle and the mess from bathing your furry friend? Make an appointment with Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop today. Barks and Bubbles, located at 402 North 10th Street in St. Mary's, will have your furry friend looking and feeling like $1 million in no time. And guess what? No mess at home, no scratches, and no getting soaked from head to toe. Let Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop handle the work. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop also offers pet boarding. Call for an appointment today at 208-245-5755. That's 208-245-5755. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop in St. Mary's.
Adeline Turner takes the first pitch for a called strike 1. Adeline reached on a single in her first at bat. On deck will be Elliott. That pitch misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Turner. Thacker looks in. Readies the pitch. The pitch on the way. Oh, that one lost control. That off-speed change-up pitch there. Maybe it's not really losing control. They're just trying to get him to swing at something that looks good early. And it's going to go high for ball 2. 2-1 count to Turner. Fastball swinging a little bit late on that one. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Turner. That was got some pretty good pace on that pitch from Thacker. Two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that will bring up Brenna Elliott, who struck out looking in her first at bat. Brenna has a couple of home runs on the season. Those 2 home runs that she hit against Kellogg earned her the Taco Ballot Player of the Game for that week. Riley Abel was our pick for the boys game. First pitch to Brenna, she sees as high, and it's ball 1. One-0 count to Elliott. Next pitch on the way. That one's a called strike. That looked like a pretty nice pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Elliott. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one's high. 2-1 count now to Elliott. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count now. If that's a fastball, Lumberjacks having a hard time catching up with that one. 2-2 count to Elliott. Next pitch on the way. Elliott gets that one. She's going to hit it out into right field. It will be caught by McKenna York, though, for out number 2 on the fly out. Found the ball, just couldn't quite get enough on it. Not to mention the wind is kind of blowing from that outfield a little bit. So 2 outs for the Lumberjacks. Nobody on here in the top of the 4th inning. Brings up Emily Stoke. Stoke struck out swinging in her first at bat. First pitch going to be a called strike. Looked like that fastball. 0-1 count to Stoke. On deck is Brebner. In the hole is Asbury. Next pitch. That's going to be a little soft line drive right back to Thacker, and Thacker makes the catch for the 3rd out. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for Lumberjacks into the bottom of the 4th inning. St. Mary's trails 9-1, and we're in the middle 3rd of the order for the Bulldogs. It'll be Carissa Barger, Adri Anderson, and Sienna Wagner when we return.
This is dial-up internet. The same goes for monthly checking account fees. P1FCU's Ascend checking is free. Plus, it has all sorts of free benefits, like remote deposit, credit score monitoring, and more. Meanwhile, some people are paying as much as $12 a month for their checking. Some things should just be free. Open your P1FCU Ascend checking today at p1fcu.org/free. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
No, I thought we had a sub out in right field, but I think that is still Lexi out there. Watkins and Stewart switch spots again. So Stewart pitching this inning. Watkins at shortstop. Next, first pitch. Oh, that's a hopper across the plate. Ball 1 as that one comes up short of the plate. Addison, that's the first ball she's thrown. In her pitching in the 2nd inning, there was no runs. And then she had the 7 strikes to no balls. And then that one was a ground out to Emily Stoke. As Barger grounds out, it'll bring up Anderson. High on that first pitch for ball 1. Anderson singled and grounded out in her first 2 at-bats in that order. On deck will be Wagner. That pitch is going to be fouled up, popped up foul. And Addie Stewart comes over and makes the catch in foul territory. Good communication there between the two, or between everybody. As Addie was running up there, the catcher Elliott was coming over, and even Asbury was coming over, and Asbury was saying, even calling it for Addie. That one's fouled back as the first pitch to Wagner for strike 1. Wagner struck out swinging her first at-bat, reached on an error in her second at-bat.
Like that, 5. Stay back and drive it.
Ooh, that one's going to be hit by pitch. We do have a change down there at third base, and I might have been changing back and forth there too, and I didn't catch it last time because they have done that in previous games. Turner is over at third base right now, but I don't think they have. I think Danica had been there for the first 3 innings. That pitch is up high. Ball 1 to Adams. That ball's going to get away from on the pitch. And a little bit of a slow getting it back to the pitching circle, and Wagner makes it all the way over to third. Swing and a miss by Adams on that pitch. Nice looking pitch from Stewart. 1 ball, 1 strike to Adams. A 1-1 pitch on the way. Oh, and that's going to be another hit by pitch. Wagner can't come home as that's a dead ball, so Wagner's got to get back over to third. She was anxious to get in and score another run for the Bulldogs. So runners at the corners with 2 outs for Grangeville. Brings up McKenna York. She grounded out in her first at bat, reached on an error in her second at bat. Courtesy runner again for the catcher for the Bulldogs. I almost think they said number 10, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to worry about it, honestly. Runners at the corners. First pitch to the lefty is going to be high, but the Lumberjacks get the pickoff. Or the stealing down to second base. The throw from Elliott, I believe it was to Stoke, and they get the tag out, and that will retire the sides. Nice defensive play there by the Lumberjacks. And the Bulldogs, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. They will be having Lexi Brebner to the plate for the Lumberjacks when we return, the bottom third of the order. So it's Brebner, Asbury, and it should be Sloper. We'll be back.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is looking for volunteers and active members to participate in the many activities the Booster Club does in support of our Lumberjacks. The Lumberjack Booster Club provides much appreciated support to the Lumberjack sports programs and is always looking for new active members and new ideas. The Booster Club is currently in need of new officers as well as volunteers to help with the Hall of Fame banquet and auction, spirit building, senior nights, and more. Anyone interested can contact Lynn Masterson at 208-568-1802 or just come to a meeting at the fire station. And we are back. Lexi Brebner, who struck out swinging in her first at bat, sees a first pitch strike call from Thacker. So it's 0-1 count to Brebner to get things started. Top of the 5th inning, Lumberjacks trail 9-1. That pitch is fouled back for strike 2. The Bulldogs have 5 hits today so far. St. Mary's with 3. 0-2 count to Brebner. That's a ground ball. Gets under the glove and into the left field under the glove of Barger and out into left field for a base hit. So the Lumberjacks get their leadoff on here in the top of the 5th. Lumberjacks has a little bit of work cut out for them. If they can get their bottom 3 in the order on base, that would be really good coming into the top. We'll see what Mia Asbury can do. Asbury struck out swinging in her first at bat. Ooh, that pitch looked a little bit low. Might have been right about at the knees. Strike 1 called to Asbury. Thacker takes a look at her armband. Rocks and fires.
That one is low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Asbury. On deck is Sloper, I believe, unless we've got a change in the lineup. I'm not sure. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That was not the fastball. That looked like it might have been like a rise ball or something like that because it was definitely a different speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Asbury. That pitch is going to be a dropped third strike. But she will be out. Coach Krumhauer standing out here in front of us. God, doesn't matter what it seems the weather is. Crum always in shorts. Feels like it's about 33 degrees out here with this wind chill. And he's out here, has his windbreaker hoodie on, his hands in his pocket, and wearing them shorts. Danica Sloper to the plate. Struck out swinging her first at bat. Takes a swing at that first one. Going to foul it off for strike 1. Top of the order for the Lumberjacks after Sloper. So it'll be Maddie Thomas on deck. 0-1 pitch from Thacker on the way. That's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sloper. I had not noticed that Lexi had stolen to second base earlier, so there's an update on our base runner for the Lumberjacks. She's put herself into scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sloper. That pitch is a little high as well. 2 balls and a strike to Sloper. Coach Watkins over there joking with the Grangeville crowd. Cold day here on the up here in Grangeville. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good pitch. Definitely look like one you want to swing at, but you want to hit that thing. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sloper now. Has to protect, has to battle a little bit here. Pitch on the way. Oh, right at the belt. I think Sloper thought that was going to be inside for a ball, and it's going to be a strikeout looking for the junior. Top of the order with 2 outs and a runner on for the Lumberjacks. A 2-out rally is what they're looking for at the moment with Maddie Thomas stepping the plate. Maddie, a walkout and a strikeout for her. A walk and a strikeout for her. Strikeout was the swinging strikeout. First pitch in the dirt. Oh. Lexi Brebner comes flying over on the passed ball. The ball comes off the glove of the third baseman and then right into the path of Brebner. She kicks the ball, and she's going to be safe. I thought they were going to get her for sure, but the third baseman, Barger, had a hard time holding on to that ball as it came to her. 1-0 count to Thomas. A swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 now the count to Thomas. Again, St. Mary's has 2 outs right now. Kendra Nicholson is on deck if Thomas can get on. Swing and a miss. That might have been that rise ball again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Thomas. Then in our next break, I'm going to look and see how many earned runs the Bulldogs have. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off. See if I can look at it here real quick. So the Bulldogs have 3 earned runs in this game. So the score technically should be 3-1. That ball is hit hard by Maddie Thomas. That'll go all the way to the fence, under the fence, or is it a home run? Nope, it is under the fence, so it is a double with an RBI. Nice shot by Maddie Thomas. Get some things rolling here maybe for the Lumberjacks. Brings up Nicholson. Nicholson had a single in her first at bat. Struck out swinging, though, in her second. 9-2 the score. St. Mary's trails. That'll be a foul ball down the first baseline for strike one. So 3 earned runs for the Bulldogs. That means 6 unearned runs. And just that is the total of errors for St. Mary's as well, 6 errors. So this score theoretically should be 3-2 right now. Low for ball 1. Maddie steals over to third, so Lumberjacks got a runner at third again. 2 outs. Lumberjacks trying to get runners across any way they can. Whether it's a passed ball, a stolen base, a hit, whatever they need, they want to get runs across that home plate for them. 1-1 count to Nicholson. If Nicholson can get on base, it'll be Stewart. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Kendra. And again, St. Mary's, they got their, she's wearing her warm-up. I believe that's Kendra. 1-2 pitch on the way. That one's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Two pitch from Thacker on the way. That's up high. Runs the count full now. That pitch is going to be fouled off. Count remains full to Nicholson. 3-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on third. Again, Addie Stewart on deck if Nicholson can get on base. Thacker gets her signals. 3-2 pitch on the way. Again, fouled off. Nicholson battling here. Good job by her. Good at bat. If she can get on, it'll go down as a positive stat for quality at bat. The other stat that I don't ever look at really closely, but is an important one as well in the stats, is on base percentage. 3-2 pitch on the way. Up high, and that'll be ball 4. And Nicholson earns her way on with a walk. Runners at the corners for St. Mary's brings up the big hitter of Addison Stewart. Addie has a home run or 2 on the year. 2 home runs, one of those against Kellogg. First pitch up high for ball 1. Home run here would do pretty good for the Lumberjacks if they can put one over the fence, get 3 runs across. It'd tighten that score up a little bit. 1-0 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. Looked like a good pitch to swing at. Looked like that fastball from Thacker. Addie just was right over the top of it for strike 1. 1-1 count to Stewart. Next pitch on the way. That is going to be popped up and foul down the third baseline. Looks like that might have almost ended up in the little creek that runs over there to that, along that third baseline of the field. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stewart. Once again, top of the 5th inning, St. Mary's trails 9-2. Lumberjacks have 2 runners on. 6 unearned runs for the Bulldogs here in this one. Next pitch. That one was a bowling ball and a pass, a wild pitch that'll bring Maddie Thomas across and advances Nicholson over to second. So another run across for St. Mary's without all those errors and without those unearned runs. This game's tied up right now, but the Bulldogs have the 9-3 lead. Stewart, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Single and a fly out for Addie. On deck is Adlin Turner if Stewart gets on. Next pitch on the way. And he was going to call it as a ball at first, but it hit the foot of Addie, so she'll be on with a hit by pitch. Brings up Adeline Turner. Turner can put him over the fence as well, so we'll see what she can do. Turner, just a freshman, one of the top batters on the team, 463 on the year with 2 home runs. First pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes to Turner. On deck is Elliott again. Stewart, Turner, Elliott batting in that 3-4-5 slot. That's 3 of some of your power hitters right in a row. That pitch misses as well. Ball 2. 2-0 count to Turner. You know, if any one of these guys can all get on and even have Elliott hit one over the fence, that'd be great for the Lumberjacks. 2-0 count to Turner. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch to swing at. Got to make that contact, though. Strike 1. That one didn't look quite like the speed of what I think is the fastball, but it didn't really look slow enough like the changeup, so I'm not exactly sure what that pitch was. Turner swung a little bit out in front of it. 2-1 count to Turner. Pitch on the way. Ground ball. Oh, gonna reach out there and snag that is Madeline Green, the first baseman, for the ground out. That will retire the sides. St. Mary's does come up with a couple of runs, though. 2 runs, 2 hits. There was no Bulldog errors. 2 left on base for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's trails 9-3 going into the bottom of the 5th, and we're at the bottom of the order. It'll be the 9th batter, McKenna York, and then top of the order, Abby Fry and Vanderwall when we return.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you ready to turn your dream space into a reality? Look no further than Construction Solutions, your trusted partner in residential and commercial construction. From concept to completion, we've got you covered. At Construction Solutions, we specialize in site development with top-notch excavation services, ensuring a solid foundation for your project. Our experienced team is dedicated to delivering quality craftsmanship and exceeding your expectations. Opportunity awaits with Construction Solutions. Whether it's your dream home or a thriving business space,
And we are back. I'm going to have to cut that spot off as the first pitch to McKenna York from Addison Stewart is a strike 1 called. McKenna York ground out, reached on an error. That pitch was high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to York. Strike 2 called on the next pitch. That one looks like it caught the outside corner of the plate. 1-2 count to York. Addie has only thrown 19 pitches in the innings that she has pitched. That one's fouled off. One ball, 2 strikes to York. Next pitch misses high. 2-2 count now to York. That pitch looked kind of like a change-up type of a pitch, as it was definitely a slower pace. Just missed. Oh, inside on that one for ball 3. I think Addie thought she had the strike on that one, but didn't catch the inside corner of that plate. Full count to York. Man, that's going to be low for ball 4. I was waiting for the umpire because he didn't really make the call before York headed down to the bag. That was really close, but it was just a tad bit low. Abby Fry, top of the order, back to the plate. She has doubled her first at bat and then reached on error 2 times after that. Takes the first pitch at the knees for a called strike 1. Next on the count remains 0-2 to Fry. Everybody resets. The 0-2 pitch on the way. That one's down in the dirt. A little bit of a wild pitch there. Advances York over to second base. Runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right back to Stewart. Records the out. Runner advances over to York. Advances over to third base on the ground ball. 1 out. Brings up Vanderwall. First pitch, strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to Vanderwall. That pitch is up high. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Vanderwall. Love to see that sun peek back out, but doesn't look like it's going to for a bit. 1-1 count to Vanderwall. That one's at the knees, called strike 2. 1-2 count to Vanderwall. Vanderwall reached on an error, a fly out, and a walk in her first 3 at-bats, or plate appearances. Next pitch on the way. That is going to be popped up and foul. So the count remains 1-2 to Vanderwall. Bottom of the 5th inning. Lumberjacks trail 9-3. Both teams have 5 hits. St. Mary's with 6 errors, though. Bulldogs with no errors. And there's another, not really an error, but a mistake somewhat, a passed ball, wild pitch / passed ball that brings in another run for the Bulldogs. That pitch missed outside. Full count again. Has had a couple of full counts here in this inning. That's going to be a little change up there from Stewart. Going to be a foul ball. So nobody on. Bases are now empty. 1 run across for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball, and it's not a very hard hit ball, but it's right into the gap, just perfectly hit and placed. Nobody can get to it. A little soft grounder out to left field. So Vanderwall wins that battle with Stewart. Had like a 7 or 8 pitch battle there. Madeline Green, I don't think she's batted left-handed, but maybe I just hadn't caught it. Madeline Green batting lefty. A double, a fly out, and a triple for her. She's had a pretty good day so far. I think we have a ball and a strike to Green. Next pitch fouled off.
Stay with it, Madeline.
I believe it's a 1-2 count. 1-2 to Green. 1 out, runner at first for the Bulldogs. Stewart rocks and fires. That ball is going to be in the dirt for a ball. And I'm going to call it a passed ball because it was just a slow one that Brenna didn't quite field cleanly behind home plate there. Runner gets over to second. Ground ball. Going to get just... Oh, my goodness. There's Lumberjacks with really... That's almost like 2 errors in one play there, as that was a light hit ground ball down the first baseline. And Mia booted it for a second, and then coming over and still having a chance to make the out was Stoke, but she dropped the ball as well. And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, and it'll bring a run across for the Bulldogs. So Maddie Thacker with the single. Another soft ground ball to left field. Is stolen base as well, and a ball, I believe, to Chris Barger. Has Barger to the plate for the Bulldogs. Swing and a miss. I believe we got a 1-ball, 1-strike to Barger. Barger, a walk, a fly out, and a ground out. She's 0 for 2. 2 runs across here in the bottom of the 5th for Grangeville. They now lead 11-3. That ball is going to be a foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One thing St. Mary's does not want to have happen here is to give up 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th, because that will enact the 10-run rule. Foul on that next pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Barger. The Lumberjacks want to battle here. They want to stay alive all the way through all 7 innings. Low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Barger. The game-ending run is actually sitting at second base right now. Next pitch. Fouled off as Barger battles. 2 balls, 2 strikes still to Barger. St. Mary's only has 1 out on the Bulldogs. Swing and a miss, and we'll get the strikeout by Stewart. So that brings up 2 outs. Adri Anderson to the plate for the Bulldogs. A single, a ground out, and a fly out for her.
Stay back and drive it.
That first pitch fouled off for strike 1 by Anderson. On deck for the Bulldogs is Wagner. In the hole is Adams. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. In the dirt. Ball 1. Madeline Green thought about going from third base at first, but that ball, I think, took a good bounce back towards the plate and kept Anderson or Green there. It's also not that far to the backstop. That pitch is also low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Anderson. 2-1 pitch. It's going to be hit to the shortstop. The throw is not going to be in time. One run comes across. Runners at first and third for the Bulldogs.
That's winning run. Everybody in.
That ball was just not very hard hit. It just got to the shortstop, Lissa Watkins, too slowly. Wasn't able to get the throw to first in time, giving Anderson the base hit. And it looks like we got an intentional walk here.
We have 2 outs. Take your base.
Got an intentional walk here with Wagner. That loads up the bases. Makes the... You want to try to... If it's a ground ball, if it's a routine ground ball hit anywhere anywhere, you get a play, you're out at any bag. So that's the theory for that one. Swing and a miss on that first pitch to Kinsley Adams. The only bad part is Adams has been hit by pitch twice in a single once. So if you walk or hit her, that's game over. That is going to be popped up into center field. Maddie Thomas makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. St. Mary's lives to fight another inning here as they trail 12-3 to the Bulldogs going into the top of the 6th inning. And we are in the middle third of the lineup. It'll be Brenna Elliott, Emily Stoke, Lexi Brebner to the plate when we return. We're here to make it happen. Call us now at 208-582-3305 and let's build your future together. Construction Solutions, where excellence meets opportunity. Visit our website at constructionbylozano.com. That's constructionbylozano.com.
Tax
time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
And we are back. See what St. Mary's can do if they can get a couple more runs and give themselves a little bit more breathing room here in the top of the sixth. Not breathing room as far as we have a lead, but breathing room just as far as not being 10-runned goes. They just barely escaped that here in the bottom of that inning, or the top of that inning, bottom of that inning, bottom of the fifth. Into the sixth, St. Mary's trails 12-3. Lumberjacks have 5 hits. Bulldogs with 8 hits. St. Mary's has left 4 stranded. The Bulldogs have left 8. Just a quick snapshot there. First pitch to Brenna Elliott as she flew out her first at bat, struck out looking her first at bat, flew out her second at bat. First pitch is high for ball 1. On deck is Emily Stoke. Lexi Brebner will be in the hole. That one misses as well. Ball 2. 2-0 count to Elliott.
Jump on one.
That's going to be a ground ball. It's not going to get into the gap, though. Vanderwall scoops it up from second base. The throw to first is, I believe, to Green. Oh, that is... Okay, yeah, that's right. Never mind. Maddie Thacker up to 90 pitches. Brings up Stoke for the Lumberjacks. She had a line drive out and a strikeout swinging. That one she's going to lift into right field, and it'll be caught by York for the out. So 2 down for the Lumberjacks. Brings up Lexi Brebner for the Jacks. Lexi had a single her last at bat. Struck out swinging in her first at bat. St. Mary's has made contact a bit. They just haven't been able to get those balls into the gaps that they need them in. Lexi's going to take a swing at that first pitch. Fouls it off for strike 1. 0-1 count to Brebner. On deck is Asbury. In the hole is Sloper. 0-1 pitch is on the way. Ground ball. Going to get to the shortstop. Shortstop boots it. Gets the throw in time. Good job by Madeline. Is that Madeline Green? She's tall. That throw from Wagner just about pulled her off the bag, but her height really helped her in being able to keep that foot down. And it's a ground out from the shortstop to the first baseman. I thought it might be an error almost, but like I said, Madeline Green tall, able to keep that foot on the bag. So 3 up and 3 down for the Lumberjacks, not the inning they would want, as they trail 12-3 to the Bulldogs. Into the bottom of the 6th, bottom of the order, McKenna York at the plate when we return for Grangeville.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Yeah, we are back. McKinney York leading off to get things started here. Score 12-3. Taking a look at the stats again, all of the Lumberjacks runs have been earned. Grangeville has 5 earned runs today in their game. So the error bug has bit St. Mary's today. They played pretty well defensively against Kellogg in 2 games. That one's fouled off for strike 1. 0-1 count to York. She has a ground out, an error, and a walk in her first 3 at-bats. She fouls off the second pitch as well. 0-2 count now to York. On deck, will be up to the top of the order, Abby Fry. Addie Stewart continues in the pitching circle. And swing and a miss for strike 3. Addie Stewart gets a strikeout here. She has a couple on the day, I believe. Taking a look here. Yeah, a couple. 2 strikeouts for Addie. That first pitch to Abby is going to be hit for a base hit just past the grass, just to the edge of the grass, and just into the gap. Nobody could get to it in time, so a base hit for her. She had a double, 2 errors, and a ground out in her first at-bats, and then she gets a single there. Brings up Vanderwall. Vanderwall takes a big swing at that first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Vanderwall reached on an error, a fly out, a walk, and a single in her 4 plate appearances. She's 1 for 3 on the day. That pitch misses a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Vanderwall. Next pitch is high. 2-1 count now to Vanderwall. On deck is Green. Tall first baseman. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop. Oh, she's going to bobble it for a second. Tries to flip it over to second. Not going to be there in time, and we have another error there on St. Mary's. So the error bug has bit him pretty badly today. That pitch is going to be grounded right to Stewart. Stewart throw to first in time for the second out. All the runners advance, though, to second and third. So the winning run right now sitting at third base for the Bulldogs. 2 outs brings up Maddie Thacker. Let's see if Lumberjacks can take this to the 7th inning. They're going to actually give the intentional walk there again. As Thacker is on, load the bases up, make sure that there's an out anywhere. They can go everywhere for a forced out. That's going to be low for a ball. And Vanderwall thought maybe that they were going to send third base, and Vanderwall was basically over to the bag waiting for Abby Fry to take off. Luckily, it took St. Mary's a little time to get to that ball. I don't know if I'd risk trying to throw it out there anyways. That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Barger. That is going to be a high fly ball. Can Maddie Thomas make the catch for the out? And she does. So the Lumberjacks again avoid the 10-run rule, and they will take this to the top of the 7th inning. St. Mary's trails 12-3. Lumberjacks need 9 runs here in the top of the 7th to keep this game going, and it'll be the bottom part of the order. We've got the 8 and 9 batters, Asbury and I believe Sloper, and then back to the top of the order to Thomas when we return. Tired of wasting your money on credit card processing fees? Call Flat Creek Payments. We will help you reduce or eliminate your credit card processing fees. Take a moment to review those fees you paid last month. You know, the ones that slipped through the cracks. Now imagine having all that money back in your pocket. Sounds awesome, right? Let Flat Creek Payments make that dream a reality. Call Flat Creek Payments today, 208-695-1056. That's 208-695-1056. Flat Creek Payments. And we are here, top of the 7th inning. Lumberjacks will need 9 runs to be able to extend this game. If they get 10 runs, well, they'll be in the lead. Got Mia Asbury starting off here in the top of the 7th. Mia, strikeout swinging and dropped third, so she's 0 for 2. Sloper, I believe, on deck for the Lumberjacks. And then it'll be to the top of the order. Big swing by Asbury for strike 1.
Nice job.
Let's go.
0-1 pitch from Thacker on the way. Fouled back for strike 2. 0-2 count now to Asbury. Thacker takes a look at her armband. Looks back, readies herself. Rocks and fires. That pitch is low and inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Asbury. Thacker again checking that armband. Rocks and fires. Leaves that pitch up high. 2-2 count now to Asbury. St. Mary's needs base runners like no other, so you want to be patient at the plate. 2-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and miss. Strike 3. That'll bring up Sloper. Danica struck out swinging, struck out looking in her first 2 at-bats. Thacker, let's see what she has in the way of strikeout. She has 11. She has struck out 11 Lumberjack batters. Sloper's going to pop that first pitch, though, up into the air. And Sienna Wagner, holy smokes, the awareness by her. She turned, headed towards the outfield. She was thinking that ball was going to carry further than it did. And her teammates, I think, were telling her that's hers. So she turns around and comes back to that ball and makes the catch. So 2 outs brings up the top of the order. Maddie Thomas hit a double in her last at bat. Swings at that first pitch fastball looked like for strike 1. Thacker up over the 100 pitch mark now. 0-1 count to Thomas. Up high on the next pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on for St. Mary's, top of the 7th. Lumberjacks will now need a 9-run, 2-out rally to extend the game.
Come on, Matt, let's go.
Pitch on the way. That ball is going to be hit foul. Count remains 1 ball, or is now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Thomas.
All right, Matt, 1 more. Got 2 on her, 1 more, let's go.
1-2 pitch. On the way. That one's a worm burner, a bowling ball there to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here we go.
Thacker has to regather herself after that that pitch. 2-2 count to Thomas. Pitch on the way. That one's elevated for ball 3. 3-2 count now to Thomas. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will wrap this game up. The Lumberjacks fall 12-3 to the Bulldogs in district tournament action. That'll put the Bulldogs into the championship game tomorrow against either Orofino or Kellogg. And St. Mary's will be, or not tomorrow, those games will be played on Thursday. Lumberjacks will play either either Kellogg or Orofino at 4 o'clock in Orofino on Thursday in a loser-out game. Let's see. So the Lumberjacks, 3 runs, 5 hits, 8 errors. Those errors very... I'm trying to think of the right word without sounding like I'm being critical, but tough errors for the Lumberjacks that really caused some issues, put in some runs. I think the Bulldogs had 5 earned runs in the game, so St. Mary's left 4 on base. The Bulldogs, 12 runs, 9 hits. They committed no errors, and they had 11 left on base. So game might have been a little bit tighter without some of those errors from the Lumberjacks, but that's been one of the struggles for the Lumberjacks this year, has been their defense. Young squad out there. They get better, have some up and down games, but I think the team has improved a lot from the beginning of the year. So that's all you really want to see in a year like this, where you're not really necessarily rebuilding, but coming into this season, we didn't know what we were doing, having as pitching-wise and all that stuff. So this is kind of one of those unknown seasons for Lumberjack softball, and they've been playing pretty good. They've had some good games, some rough games, but like you said, you're just trying to build that up for next year, definitely. Maybe try to shock some teams here at districts, but we'll just see what happens. Like I said, we'll be headed back to Orofino tonight. The boys play at noon tomorrow against Kellogg. If they win that game, they will play at, I believe it said 6 o'clock at night tomorrow evening in Orofino. So if they do, we will have the games on tomorrow. The girls will be back in Orofino on Thursday. Again, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to make it to be able to get to those games. We've already been on the road have been on the road for most of this week, so we'll see what happens and let you know. But that's going to do it for us here from Grangeville. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio. 12-3, Lumberjacks fall to the Bulldogs.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjacks!